Hello, mindful eaters, and welcome if you are new. My name is
And
Glenda,
I'm Brett.
and yes, we actually did it. We did it. Oh. And we want you to do it too. We want you to do it too. So, what do we want you to do? We're about to tell you right now, and we're gonna share something that helped us. But
But
first,
first, victory dance. Woo! We're excited. I'm not much for dancing, so
Yes.
my dance is short.
Well, I used to be a good dancer, but I haven't danced in a long time. But that's okay. I dance for the Lord now. So why are we dancing? Well, we got some notes here just because we want to make sure we don't forget what we want to say. But we are continuing to show ourselves approved when it comes to overcoming food addiction. And IYK, if you know, you know what that means and where that's coming from. And you know what? It's so appropriate to say that we are showing ourselves approved to
Yes.
ourselves and to God that we do not live by bread alone, Brett.
Yes,
So,
and that we are not
yeah.
slaves to our own desires.
That's right. And how did we do that yesterday? Go ahead and share it.
What was the acronym you used?
OMAD. Brett.
OMAD.
Okay.
I'm new at this.
I'm a YouTube junkie and I watch all these people and all these things about food, and I know about OMAD. It's one meal a day, and some people do live by one meal a day. Coming from Billy Blanks, and if you are old school, 20 years ago, Billy Blanks, you know Billy Blanks did how many meals?
Like 7 a day.
Exactly. So we've done that, and it's worked for us. It worked for us then, but right now it doesn't work for us. At least for me, all the time to have that many meals.
At least, especially, we want to be mindful during Thanksgiving or when there's a huge meal with the family.
Yeah.
We knew we were going to have more than enough. We
Yeah.
were able to go without breakfast, and
Exactly.
we were still full. We didn't have dinner afterwards. So our meal was a lunchtime one.
For over a year for me and about a year for him, we have been developing self-control. And after 21 years together, we are finally in agreement and we are doing this together. And our goal is the same, that is to be healthier. But basically, we've overcome together so many things.
Yeah, emotional eating, mindless eating, and of course, in the past, different types of addictions, drugs, alcohol, video games, pornography, etc. You name it, put it in there.
Yep. And you know what? We realized that our purpose, because of all of these, we realized that our purpose was ignored. And so even because of food distractions. So I knew that was and I don't put him down. I just share it as an example. We both lived for a purpose. He just didn't think food was a distraction to him until he realized that it was.
Oh yeah, huge part of my day thinking about what I wanted to eat and making myself feel better through food.
Right. And so we, including, we used to think, we have to eat 3 to 5 meals a day, and so, we used to eat 3 meals a day at least, plus snacks. And so having one meal a day yesterday, that's a victory. And that's why we totally cringed it today on our reel with a dance. Somebody said that we're cringe because we dance, but you know what? We're not. We're older. We don't really care what people think, so we will be cringe. But if you are here, if you are watching right now, you probably food might be a distraction for you, and that might be. It may not, but it may be keeping you from your purpose. You might be frustrated because you're overeating, you're mindlessly eating, you're eating at night, and that might just
emotional eating.
Yeah, and it may not be a big purpose. It may not be that you want to do something huge, but maybe there is something that you want to do with your family. Maybe there is some things that you want to do, a hobby that you want to do, and the food is just keeping you from doing it. And so, you don't have to live to eat. We lived to eat. You don't have to live to eat. And yesterday was a perfect proof for us. And by the end of the night, when we went to sleep, I knew I had set a boundary. I knew that I was not going to eat after dinner.
I typically do eat late at night, but we finished this meal around 3 in the afternoon, and I didn't have anything the rest of the night, and that was a huge victory for me.
Yeah, and when I asked, like, I think at the end of the night, you said to me, I didn't eat.
Yeah, I said, I can't believe I'm going to bed
I
without
can't believe,
eating
yeah.
dinner.
And I was so proud of him. And not because I want him to not eat. Like, we've already determined he likes to eat at night. I prefer to eat during the day and not go to bed full. But I was just so proud of him that he was intuitively, he developed the hunger and fullness cues, more the fullness cues. And he was like, you know what? I'm full. I don't know. What
Yeah,
was your
because
thought?
previous Thanksgivings, without mindful eating, I would have eaten at minimum 2 to 3 times as much as I ate yesterday, and still probably had dinner.
Right.
And yesterday, after what I ate, I was full.
Right.
I went only for one serving of the Thanksgiving meal, and I went double portion on the dessert. That was
Right.
on purpose.
Right.
But I didn't go back for seconds on the meal, and I was still full yesterday evening.
Good for you, honey. I'm so proud of you.
I'm proud of me.
Now, there may be some people that eating 3 to 5 meals a day is good for you. And, you know, we're not about necessarily saying what to eat. We believe that you know what to eat. And if you don't know, we believe that you can find out what to eat. And eating 3 to 5 meals might be for you, but maybe not. For me, it wasn't good. And so some people struggle with addictive behaviors. And the people that do struggle with addictive behaviors, some addictive behaviors, because we both struggle with addictive behaviors, but I am an eliminator. He is a moderator, which an eliminator, I said strict boundaries, and I say no food after 5. I don't want to eat bread, even though I do have some. I've learned to moderate, so it doesn't mean you're going to put yourself in a box, but you want to learn who you are in order that you can work from that place.
And I'm a moderator, which means I calorie count most of the time. So I eat everything and I eat at any time, but I portion it. But I want to just say that we are not about the diet mindset. We're not about restrictions. We're about what works best for you. So when Glenda's talking about all these things, 1 meal a day, elimination, moderation, whatever works for you might be a combination of all of these things.
Exactly.
However you find out and discover on your journey of mindful eating.
Now, we are going to be doing, we have on the works, we're going to be doing a Zoominar coming January, the first Thursday of January, and we're going to have more information. Second, January 2nd, I think it is. So it's going to be a Zoom Minar. So I actually like that name. I don't know if anyone has said it, but if not, I coined it. So sign up for the email so that you can get it. But we're going to discuss what an eliminator person is and what a moderator is. We're going to go into details. And so, but we don't want to make this longer. So we just only both ate 1 meal a day because we were able to intuitively develop the fullness cues. And that was a result of our 21-day fast. Actually, we leveled it up, I should say. We leveled it up because we were already doing a little bit of an intuitive eating, right?
You were intuitive eating.
I was more.
I was calorie counting.
But you were you intuitively realized that calorie counting was for you. These words, meanings, and what they say, you know, I think that there is so much more to intuitive eating rather than just, I saw a post recently that said, you know, intuitive eating. And I used to think I could never do intuitive eating. I will just overeat. But I finally understood what that means if you just take some time. So, you know, and so for some people to become mindful eaters, maybe a fast is for you. We will discuss that also in the Zoominar. We recently finished a 21-day fast. We have a playlist with our updates, day-to-day updates of our fast if you want to join. We also have an element, a spiritual element for it, which is, you know, fasting into and through your next season, which for you might be developing a lifestyle, a healthier lifestyle. And that is on our other channel. And I think it's also in the description below.
Yeah, one of the side benefits of that fast, and not just dealing with food, but there was a lot of breakthroughs that I had on limiting beliefs and negative thinking and all types of stuff that got broken off because I was fasting the food. So it's really a journey. And interesting.
It is a journey, and one that we will be doing yearly. I like to do it before the end of the year. I don't like tradition. I don't like to do things on repetitive. I am a little bit of a rebel. So I prefer, for 2 years now, I'm doing it leading up to the new year, because a few years ago, I was like, New Year's resolutions, I'm so sick of it. Nobody keeps up with them. And I just wanted to be intentional. So I did it at a different time. But for the upcoming holidays, what can you do? How can you just be a little bit more mindful about what your eating looks like? So we're just going to give you some examples.
Yeah.
They're not limited to these are just things that we have each realized individually. So for some holidays, not Thanksgiving, but for some holidays, we eat before we go, so we're not hungry, right?
Yeah, sometimes we even do this with like a social event, maybe a date or something
Yeah.
else, like to not overeat
Right.
of the wrong kinds of foods.
Of the wrong kinds of foods. I have eaten because I don't usually eat after dinner. I will, eat, and today I ate before, and we went out, and I'm done, and I'm having chocolate mushroom chocolate drink, which is really good from Rise. Not sponsored, but really good. So I have my drink, and
It's a mushroom coffee with
really
chocolate
good,
milk
very
and
good
sugar.
benefits from the mushrooms.
Yeah, one of the reasons I might eat before I go somewhere is because I'm one of those people that if it's free food, I just want to eat it all, like a buffet or something else. So if there might be a lot of good stuff there, I want to, fill up on some things that are better for me calorie counting wise before I go there, and then say no to the additional stuff. Anyway, side note, go ahead.
Number 2, fast so that you can indulge responsibly. So I literally
That was what we did
indulged
yesterday.
responsibly. What did I eat? I ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner in one meal. I really did. I mean, I started with dessert because I'm a dessert first kind of girl, and I had
When we got
my
there,
meal.
you had your first piece of flan before
That's
anything.
right, before anything. And I had coquito, virgin coquito, and then I had my meal, and then I sandwiched it with
More
flan.
flan.
Exactly.
Or 2.
2 more slices. So I had all of my meal at that one moment, but because we had it for lunch and it was around 1 in the afternoon, I was done by 2-3 in the afternoon. I didn't eat any more until this morning, about 10 in the morning, I think.
Yeah, it was like 20 hours.
So that was now I fast intuitively because I don't fast on purpose. I just hate to set myself those restrictions.
Right.
So that's another thing. Now, if you don't think you can fast, you have an addiction to food. And we would like to help you to overcome that addiction to food with a specific fast for you. That is that you are going to fast one food group, or you're going to fast from solid foods, or you're going to fast from dessert. You're going to do some kind of fast to help you take a what is it called?
Like a jump start?
Yes, thank you. To jump start on your mindful eating journey. So ideally, you end the year on a jump start so you can leap into the 2025.
All right, let's go back to the tips and number 3 for what you can do during the holidays.
Connect with people around you away from the food table.
Have some conversations.
Catch
up with those
up
relatives.
With some people. Yes, that's
friends.
right. Make sure that you are connecting with other people. Drink water. Drink a lot of water. You'd be surprised. People say water is so good. Water is so good for you. And I have been, oh my gosh, let me just tell you. How many ounces? Is this 30 or 40 ounces?
I don't know.
I have been drinking
maybe like 30
2 to 3 of these, okay? And they're like $15. You can get them at Ross or at Marshall's. Only water goes here. Water only. And I actually decreased sodas. I only have a Soda Stream at night with my calm drink, but that's it. So drink a lot of water. I know he's convicted because he should be drinking more water.
I drink a lot of Soda Stream, which is water. But
he's a good moderator. He's a good moderator. So.
Which is the next point, number 4, which speaks to me, which is eat in moderation. When we got there yesterday, again, it's very tempting that I could have gone seconds of everything, seconds of turkey and gravy, seconds of stuffing, seconds of our Puerto Rican potato salad, which is delicious, seconds of all those things. Instead, I had smaller portions because I saw the cookie cake and I saw the chocolate chip cake. And so I said, I'm going to moderate by having less food and more dessert to even out my calories, because a scoop of potato salad is probably even more calories than a piece of cake or a piece of cookie cake. So I said, I'm going to leave those and I'm going to do that. And so, and I had smaller pieces than I would normally have if I wasn't watching what I ate too. So eat in moderation is a big one for me.
Yeah. And maybe you just want to own at it. Just eat one meal a day for that day.
If it's Christmas Day or
Exactly.
Thanksgiving Day or New Year's, where you're going to go to a party and there's tons of stuff. The Super Bowl, oh, that's a tough one for me too.
Yeah.
Like
maybe if it's an evening meal, maybe you want to just drink a couple of shakes. I've done that when we did the late night date nights. We did a date night, like an 8 p.m. date night with a couple. I can't remember who it was, but I just had some shakes because I knew I was going to have a meal late at night.
Yeah. And sometimes a fruit smoothie with almond milk or water or something can be very low calorie and very fulfilling.
That's right.
And we use a low cal protein powder too to make it even more satisfying.
And that's how we face that challenge this holiday. This
is my first victory at a Thanksgiving of not overeating.
I had victory last year, except I didn't record it. Like I didn't keep track of it. But I'm looking forward to this year. It's definitely, last year I was on my own. Brett was not in this with me. We had distanced ourselves from a time that I was like, I'm leaving you by. I'm going to the room while you eat over here. Stuff your face. Although he's not stuffing his face.
No, I'm super excited right now that to get on the scale and be the same weight the day after Thanksgiving as I was before. Like that's a huge victory for me. I think in the past it would have probably been at least 2 to 3 pounds difference or something like that, just because of all the, sodium and side effects and everything of letting myself go at the holidays by saying it's the excuse. Oh, it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of backtracking and extra work to have to do for no reason.
It's Thanksgiving yesterday. This weekend is going to be a birthday party. Next weekend is going to be a baby shower. Then after that is going to be the event at church. Then after that is going to be Christmas. Then after that is going to be New Year's. Then you're going to have Valentine's. Then Mother's Day. Then Father's Day. Before you know it, all the work that you're putting in, and so instead of having a cheat day, just be mindful about what you eat. Eat whatever you want when you want it, and don't eat whatever is not good for you.
For me, being a moderator in Cali County, every day is a cheat day. I have chocolate or cookies every day, but in moderation, and it doesn't cause my weight to yo-yo.
Now, this is definitely, I started doing this by myself because I was so unhappy, but it's so much easier when you have community, when you have support. Brett is my community, and together we can be your community. And, we just really want to prosper and be in good health, even as our soul prospers. And we want that for you as well, because it really does break our heart to see people who have so much potential and they are bound by whatever addiction. But
we know it because it was us.
The addiction to food is something we have seen in the church body for years. This has been bothering me for years. And I finally said, if nobody else is going to do something about it, I am, and I'm standing up. And maybe there are some other people that are doing that out there. I don't know you. Please connect with me if you are doing that. But what are some mindful eating challenges that you think you might face? Throw the questions in the comments so that we can, share some ideas, some tips.
Join our Facebook group so that we can help support you. We have it's a private group, or it's free to join. So reach out and let us know, and we will get you connected.
Yeah, we're sharing some resources below. So we look forward to seeing you around, and let God bless
your day.